fighter frown upside down because it's time to get down to the beatdown. This is the Logan Summit Show. I am, of course, your fearless host, Logan Summit, and I have a fighter in the house today. His name is Joseph, the Prince of Egypt, Gouda. Joseph, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. That was really exciting.
I'm glad you got excited for it, man. Somewhere Bruce Buffer's going, I got to send you a cease and desist, but it's good. I get it. Now, Joseph, you are a fighter who is 14-4 in the Muay Thai frame of mind. Man, oh man, how is it up there in Windsor, Ontario, Canada?
I mean, it's good. I have the best coaches. Coach Stan is with me, so right, he guides me through it. He's been a pro fighter. He's fought a lot, and he has the experience. He fought on fights like Lion. So yeah, I can really trust him to lead me.
Do you call him Stan the Man, or does he?
No, I
No.
don't call him Stan.
Oh.
He actually doesn't like that.
Oh, so that's the thing. He's got a T-shirt that on the back it says "Don't call me Stan the Man." Is that
Yeah,
like all right?
a lot of people from our gym, they come in and they call him Stan the Man. He doesn't really like it.
Now his name's Stan. Does he have a beautiful mustache like mine?
No, he does not, unfortunately.
All right. Well, if he did have a mustache like that, then he'd have to be called Stan the Man. But I can understand how he doesn't feel like the man without a great stash like this. I get it. But he is the man as far as coaching is concerned, and he will hopefully coach you to a victory on July 6th. That's on a Sunday, part of the Prestige Fight Series. You are going up for a welterweight title fight against Dustin Crunk, which is a fun name to say, by the way. Say it with me. Dustin Crunk. What do you know about this fighter, and how do you think you're going to fare in this title fight?
So me and Dustin Cronk actually fought my last fight in nationals, and that was about a month ago.
Yep.
I'm feeling really confident. I watched the tape. We've seen a few errors, and I think now this time I'll be able to dominate.
All right, so you've seen some things about his fight game, some holes in the mix that you can help to exploit. What from your game are you going to use to exploit those holes? And because I don't want you to tell me what your total strategy is going to be, but I want you to tell me how your fight game matches up against his.
Well, our last fight, I was a little bit more timid, to be honest. It was the final fight of nationals, so it was a pretty big deal. But now, like, much respect to this fighter, but I'm coming in for war, and I'm trying to put it on show.
That's what it's all about. It is showtime when you get into the ring. Are you going to be able to win with furious fists of fieriness? Sorry, I misplaced my words there. But you know I was getting at. Are you going to throw the fists of fury and knock him out?
Whatever comes my way, that comes my way.
A little bit of dirty boxing. Are you into that sort of thing?
I'm into everything that works.
Definitely, and I totally get that. Now, Dustin and you fought not too long ago. Do you think that going right back to the next the previous opponent a month after is a little bit too close to call? Would you have liked to have spread it out maybe a couple months, 3 months down the road, or did you immediately want to get right back in the ring with him?
I thought it was a very close fight, and I think that it deserved a rematch, so we have to do it again, right?
And nowhere better than Prestige Fight Series. You'll be able to catch that right here on pay-per-view on Millions.co. It's happening Sunday, July 6th. Now you're 14-4. You've been around for a hot minute. What have you learned from the fighter you were at 1-0 to the fighter that you are now at 14-4?
Just like everybody, like I've been developing my confidence throughout my whole career, right? I've had 14 fights, four losses, and these four losses weren't against any scrubs, right? My first fight of the year was against somebody who had double my experience, right? And I fight on this show called King's Striking Series. My coach obviously puts in the fighters for me. So basically, I'm getting all the experiences. I'm learning from these losses, and I'm just gaining more and more confidence throughout my career.
Now, obviously, having just fought Dustin a month previous, you know what to look for. Are you one of those fighters who focuses on the fighter and not the fight? Or do you not care who you're fighting? You're just out there to train and do the best that you can do for you, and everything else will take care of itself.
Of course, every time I'm looking to do my best, right? I train twice a day. I run, So, of course, it doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I'm always going to be 100%. I'm always going to be training. So, yeah, even though Dustin Kronk is a very talented fighter and I have much respect for him, we're going to be fighting, and I would have treated it like any other fight.
And it's for the title, right? So you might be able to get to walk home with a little bit of gold after that. Hey, not too bad for a day of fighting. 147 is where it's going to be. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, do you walk around at that weight? How much do you have to crush to get down there?
It's not a big weight cut. I'm not coming from like 170, so of course my weight fluctuates. So I can't really
Right.
give you a straight up answer, right?
But it's at the same weight class that the previous fight was as
Yes.
well, right? So
Mhm.
you're just going back into it. We're just going to redo it. Like Yogi Berra says, deja vu all over again. But hopefully this time you'll be coming out on top. It was a very, very close fight. Now, what are you doing in your gym out there in Windsor, Ontario, Canada with your coach? We're not going to call him the man because we know he doesn't like that. But
Mhm.
what are you doing out there differently to prepare for this fight as opposed to the first time around?
Well, we're throwing more combinations, more strikes that end with kicks, right? And we're learning to adjust based on the fight. That's something I need to work on, is learning how to adjust, because a lot of the times I'll end up throwing something and I'll try to stick to it for the whole fight. This new fight that I'm going to go into, I'm trying to work on fixing that. Thank you.
Now, Prestige Fight Series, you've been part of that group once before. What is it like when you're coming into a new fight promotion as a fighter? What does that actually feel like when you walk in for the first time? Like the first time you walked into Prestige Fight Series, what are you looking for? What are your trepidations? What does that mental state need to be for you to be able to get into the right state of mind?
Well, I already fought there, like you guys
Right.
know. So I'm visualizing how it looks. I already been there before. So I'm just gonna do what I do best. Like I've been visualizing every time I shadow box, right? I'm visualizing the stage, visualizing the corner I'm in, stuff like that. And I think that just helps me become even more prepared than I already am.
So when you go to a promotion for the first time, do you go out before the crowd gets there? Do you walk around the ring? Is there any particular thing that you like to do when you get to an arena for the first time?
Yeah, I like to look at the crowd in the beginning, right? And then right, do my thing. I have a ritual that I go through when I walk in, right? I do the sign of the cross. I'm a Christian, and then I walk into the ring and right. So the show begins. Hmm.
And the show does begin, and hopefully it ends with your hand raised at the end of the day. Would you like to make a prediction on how this will end?
Any way I want.
I like that. That's really good. You got to have the confidence to do it, and that shows pure confidence as well. Look, this is your time right now. You can talk about anything you want. You can thank your coaches, your sponsors. If you don't have sponsors, talk about some things that
Hmm.
you'd like to sponsor you.
Hmm.
Thank your mom, your dog. I don't care. This is your time down here, my friend.
Just want to thank God first and foremost, then thank my coaches, thank everybody in my gym who's helped me train for this, right? Who's helped me prepare for my career, helped me to hopefully one day go pro, and yeah, that's everything.
All right. So, do you think being in Canada has helped you or hindered you as a fighter?
Canada, uh, well, obviously there's not as many fighters in Canada, right? Population wise, like you look at the other countries, America has a lot more. So obviously, right, I think it's a lot worse to just stay in Canada, but my coach obviously has been setting me up to fight in America. I fought in America maybe, yeah, twice already, one for TBAs, um one for the to Canada versus USA, which I fought for Waco. Also, I fought in the Pan Ams for the South American Pan Ams. So I'm getting that worldwide experience, like being able to, you know, kind of prepare myself for that,
Yeah, being able to travel, get off of a
Mhm.
plane, it's a different kind of atmosphere, right? Than just driving a couple hours and getting into an arena and doing the thing. How has that international scene helped you mentally prepare, knowing that you've already been there, you've done some big stuff? Uh, how does that really help you when you get into the ring here?
Well, of course, right, when you're a pro, you're going to be flying, right? So a lot of these stuff you have to prepare for. You can't just do it to cold turkey, right? You can't do it cold turkey. So basically, yeah, it's been helping me being able to prepare, right? It's a whole different thing than just going to your local show, fighting the same people, right? You get a different experience by going internationally.
Yeah, internationally known and known to rock the microphone, my good friend, or my new friend, I should say, Joseph Gouda in the house. He's been called the Prince of Egypt. Where did that come from?
My coach gave it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't call him the man, but he can hand out. He can hand out the.
Yes.
I
So,
like Prince of Egypt. That's good, man. I'm down with that. It's a very very strong nickname. All right. So now let's get to it. It's the game show all the kids are talking about on the playground and all the adults are talking about around the water cooler. It's time to play 5 questions. All right. I ask every Canadian the same question because it gets some fury on the internet. Letter Kenny or Shorzy?
Letter Kenny or Shorzy?
Okay.
I'm
Trailer
not. I'm
Park
not.
Boys.
I'm not sure. That might be past my time.
Trailer Park Boys? No, it
No,
just those shows just came out. They're you've never heard of Letter Kenny or Shorzy?
no,
Have you heard of Trailer Park Boys?
no.
Have you heard of Avril Lavigne?
Yes,
Justin Bieber?
yes.
Michael Myers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay. So you have heard of a few of them. All right. Well, Letter Kenny and Shorzy is the best show that no one in Canada has ever seen. Apparently, every Canadian fighter I ask, they say, I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. They're on Hulu. Definitely check them out. Everybody says that Trailer Park Boys is better than Shorzy and Letter Kenny. I like Shorzy better than Letter Kenny. There's nothing more we can say about that. Do you have a favorite show that's just a Canadian TV show that we don't know about over here?
All the shows that I watch are American, to be honest.
See, there we go. There we go. But do you watch hockey though?
No, no, I don't watch hockey.
You don't watch hockey either. Oh,
Yeah.
do you,
I watch
do you
football.
all right, all right. So the Grey Cup, is that what you watch?
No, no, not the CFL.
See, he doesn't watch the CFL. He watches American football, right? No
Yeah.
hockey, American football, bro. You might as well just come on over. I got an extra room. You can hang out in Vegas and train here, dude. You're one step closer to being here already. All right, now let's talk about Canada again. I love Canada. I've been there a lot. There's a lot of great places to visit. My family's from Buffalo, right on the border there. Do you have a favorite place in Canada to visit?
Toronto, for sure. Toronto. It's
All right.
just a city, right? It's crowded, but I like the noise. I like to seeing people just on a regular basis. Going to downtown's fun. Yeah.
But you've never been to the Hockey Hall of Fame, have you?
No, no,
No, no.
no.
Why would you go, right? Why
Yeah,
would you go?
not too much of a hockey fan.
I get that. I like Oakville, right outside of Toronto.
It
Nice little
is,
place
yeah,
to visit.
yeah. My brother lives there. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Now, I want you to close your eyes and do a little bit of visualization for me. Where do you see yourself 2 years down the road, and where do you see yourself 5 years down the road?
2 years down the road, I want to be a world championship for amateur. I want to win the Waco World Championships. 5 years down the road, I want to turn pro, and maybe 10 years down the road, I want to be known as one of the greats.
And what do you think it would take to make you, in everyone's mind, one of the greats?
Hard work and training every day, right? And doing the same thing that I'm doing right now. Right, I'm on the road to greatness.
There you go. Can't stop, won't stop. All right. We're still going to talk about Canada. because
Okay.
I have to. I don't get it. We don't get a chance to talk to too many Canadian fighters. So when I get you here, we got to talk to you about it. Now, I mentioned a couple Canadian artists earlier that might be a little bit outside of your wheelhouse because I am old. Let's just
Mhm.
be honest. All right, turning 47 tomorrow. Actually,
Mhm.
moisturize early and often, Joseph. Okay.
Okay.
Give me the best Canadian musician or band or artist or whatever that none of us have ever heard of.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know any too. I'm not too familiar with the underground Canadian scene, so I'll have to pass on this question.
Somewhere there's a Canadian Eminem waiting to be discovered, and they're so upset that Joseph Gouda didn't know who they were. I mean, come on, man, come on. I asked that question because every once in a while, because I am old, even down here, I'm like, who's the best artist in LA I've never heard of? And the kids will be like, yo, man, you got to check out blah, 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 blah. I'm like, if it was me, I would have said Bare Naked Ladies, but that's also 40 years old, all right? Now, if you could talk to one up and coming fighter and give them a piece of information that was integral to your success as you were climbing and are still climbing, obviously, the ranks, what would be that advice?
Listen to your coaches. They know what's best for you. All right. Just put your full trust in them and do what they do, and you'll get the job done.
All right, and let me play devil's advocate to that. How do you know you are with the right coach?
Through my experience, through my coach, right? He's led me never astray, so I have no reason not to trust him, right? He's every time I didn't listen to him, I lost, and that was my four losses have been because I haven't listened to him. So all 14 of my wins, maybe I listened a little bit more, but yeah, I'm just starting to implement that right now, right? Listening to my coach, being less stubborn, and yeah, just putting my trust in him. He's a good coach. He's had the experience, so yeah, there's no reason not to.
So after those four losses, did he look at you and go, "What did you learn after each fight?" Is that kind of how it goes?
Exactly. Yeah, we look through the tapes, and it's like, I know you told me this, but I'll listen next time. I'll listen next time.
I swear I'll listen next time. I swear, I swear. Look, a loss is only a loss if you don't learn from it, right? So if you can go back with your coaches, with your team, and understand what you did wrong and be able to correct those for the next time around, that's not a loss. That's a learning opportunity. Would you agree?
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Now let's get to question number 5. As you can tell, 5 questions is as many questions as I actually want it to be. It's my show, darn it. I'll do what I want to. Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'll cry if I want to, but that'll be when we get off air. All
Okay.
right. Last question. What do you see as the major difference between being an American and being a Canadian?
Just Canadians are more polite, I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Americans a little bit more rowdy. They like to party. I don't know.
Oh, Canadians like to party too, man. I've hung out with a few in Buffalo, New York, and we've done some damage up there. But they are a lot. They are a little bit nicer, aren't they?
Yeah, they're definitely a little bit nicer.
Well, whereas we build a wall down here, you guys build shrubbery, and you're like, "Hi, everybody! Oh, Canada, yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
Oh, would you like some fries with gravy? We got them over here. Poutine? Yeah, we
Poutine,
got it. Come on over. Tim Hortons. Timmy's waiting for you back here. He's got a donut."
poutine. Yeah, we got Timmy's too. That's a big difference.
Yo, Timmy's is dope, right? What's your favorite thing to get when you go to Tim Hortons?
Um, Maybe a Boston cream, to be honest. A Boston cream.
Everything you do is American, bro. You go to Tim Hortons and grab a Boston cream, bro.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. That's great, dude. Well, Joseph, you will be fighting in a title fight on July 6th. That's Sunday. It's all part of Prestige Fight Series. You'll be fighting Dustin Crunk for the title, and it will be available right here on Millions.co pay-per-view. Man, do you have any last thoughts for anyone on the line thinking, hey, I kind of want to watch this fight. I got nothing to do that Sunday. What brings them to this fight? Why should they get involved?
They should get involved because I'm an exciting fighter, and if you see me in the last fight, right, you know I'm an exciting fighter. So come by.
Yeah. If you know, then you know. And the last fight was too close to call. That's why we're running it back, doing it once again. Joseph, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Let's do it one more time. Joseph, the Prince of Egypt, Gouda! It all goes down Sunday, July 6th, Prestige Fight Series right here on millions.co. Pay-per-view, baby. Get involved. Look, Joseph, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi and being part of the awesomeness that is the Logan Summit Show. Until next time, everybody, do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Be good to yourself. Be kind to others. Pay it forward. Play it forward. Rock like a party star. Party like a rock star. Smile strong. Laugh loud. And last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you will know when we'll be back doing it again. I've got one more interview today. Take that back. I've got two more interviews today and two tomorrow, so don't go anywhere. Joseph, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good luck on July 6th.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, thank you for being here as well. Until next time, always remember, everyone loves a good fight. We'll see you soon. Have a good one, brother.
All right. Thank you. Bye.